There's a time of year when Jamaica's gentle and prettiest of songbirds might as well pack it in. They have no hope of being heard against the din of destiny. Not the Olympics, these are teenagers, and this is just the annual high school track meet, a 3-day event known simply as Champs. For those of us who couldn't even get our parents to show up at high school meets, check out this crowd. 35,000 in the stands, 20 times that many watching on TV. There's the Prime Minister in the Royal Box, and just about every Jamaican track Olympian, including a fleeting appearance by the fastest man in the world, Usain Bolt. Not even the man who once held that title can really explain this enthusiasm.
I can't put in the Canadian lingo though, I can't. I mean, this is the holy grail of high school sports, and I don't think that I'm trying to get some sort of hockey analogy, and I can't.
And you really believe that the oldest kids here have times good enough to be on Canada's national team?
Oh, 100%. The high school girls and the senior girls and the senior boys here can make our national team today.
And as all know, on an international level, Jamaica owns the track. The men alone hold every single 100-meter title on the planet.
Stopping the clock in the new world record, 9:68.
The Olympics, the World Juniors.
On the face of it, the Jamaican sprinting success is utterly improbable. This isn't a big country. More people live in Toronto than in this entire nation, and Jamaica certainly isn't a wealthy country. In fact, even the best training facilities here don't compare with those in North America. So what's going on? Well, the search for explanations here is about as frantic as the search for the next sprinting star.
And just why do Jamaicans run so fast? Well, long before the fancy cleats lock into the blocks is a lifetime of tradition. A sprinter's story starts very early. This is precisely where Usain Bolt's story started, singing along with Principal Sharon Chevright, eating the yams and dumplings and freshest of foods, dreaming of being the fastest kid in school, even if you're only 5.
Who's running in the race today?
Me. I want to race like I Usain Bolt, to run faster and get left all of them, you know, everybody.
Faster than Usain Bolt?
Yeah, me can left you everybody in a me world.
In the country's capital is Jamaica College, the reigning champs of champs, that annual track meet. As at a lot of Jamaica's high schools, there are sponsorship deals. Puma has stepped in with cash and gear, and scouts often circle. This year, eyes focused on several boys, including Tyler Mason and Devon Baker. Both have broken age group world records.
The high-pressure races don't seem to faze them. They have a certain personality or mentality to allow them to compete very well on the high pressure.
15-year-old Devon is painfully shy, except of course when it's time to compete. And he seems driven by one pursuit: help his mom.
If I make it through life, take her out of poverty.
Getting out of poverty is a goal for both Devon and his mother, Donna Johnson. She knows sprinting is a path to promise.
Well, it would help him to go to a good university, which I can't supply him with, because as I told you, I'm a single mom.
As soon as you saw him run that fast, what went through your mind?
Oh, I have a bolt here on my hands.
A bolt on her hands. It is actually possible. In a few days' time, when Champs begins, Devon will be slotted for 3 events. He's starry-eyed about winning most of them.
Do you allow yourself to dream about how far you can go?
Well, very far.
Very far would mean joining these Olympic stars. Here's the poster, And here are some of the actual athletes. The tiny country could likely field 2 full Olympic teams and take home medals with either one. Disciplined training must explain some success, but one of Jamaica's most prominent coaches has other ideas.
What's your theory of why everyone's so good?
By and large, good sprinters are explosive people, just the kind of people who the Americans want for their football team. So a lot of their talent gets siphoned off to other sports.
Okay, so in wealthier countries, athletes with the same body types might become football players.
Let's go, man, come on!
Here, they simply sprint. That makes sense, but some theories floating around the track are a little eyebrow-raising. Melaine Walker, a gold medal hurdler, joins the ranks who believe Jamaica's success isn't just about sporting tradition, but historical sorrow and a population descended from slaves.
I'm just thinking it's our forefathers, the people, the struggles they had to go through to make us strong, and we are all here and everything. And if we do have kids, you know, our kids become strong. Like they take our gene pool and they want to be like us, and then it's just a fight, and everybody just want to be dominant.
The past as indicator of the present, not just one athlete's opinion. Researchers at the University of West Indies seem fascinated by genetic explanations of Jamaica's success.
They claim that the strongest slaves got to Jamaica.
You really think that might have something to do with it?
Yes, so it's innate. So it could be innate that even though we struggle a lot, we rise to the occasion, we, can perform against all odds.
These researchers have taken the DNA of just about every Olympian here from the past 60 years. They're looking for a sprint gene, still wondering what role history has played.
Because of the rigor we went through in the bottom of the slave ship, we developed this metabolism. We were able to survive, those who survived because we used oxygen efficiently, and those who were offspring of those persons from Africa tend to be very, very good at the way that, they use metabolism in sprinting.
Perhaps, but having a core talent and then developing it are entirely different. This nagging question, what makes Jamaicans run so fast, veers between a genuine scientific curiosity to almost a parlor game. Maybe it is the yams. Keep pushing for answers, and it almost always comes back to the story of champs. Even the scientists buy that.
If you dare lose for your school at Champs Wilmer, you're dead. You dare not go
culture.
back. Yeah, because of the culture
that we have.
So you have to win.
You
have to win.
Yes, as a matter of fact, the energy that's put into boys and girls champs is greater than you will find it at the national level.
Is it any wonder they pray?
Many times our best is not able to win that gold medal.
The morning of champs. The Jamaica College Chapel has a whiff of too much cologne and the sweat of expectation. Devon and Tyler, front and center always.
I want him to put his extra on your ordinary. Let me say praise the Lord. After 2, 1, 2. Praise the Lord.
Off to the stadium with the crowds. Scalpers are making a fortune here. Champs is more than a century old. They built it, and they still come.
Finalists in the Rainbow Awnings Girls 100-meter hurdles.
All of Jamaica tunes in.
And they're in the blocks. Set position. And off. Good start on the outside.
From Usain Bolt's Mountain Village in Trelawney, Dad Wellesley is back at work in his butcher shop, but always, always an eager ear to the start of champs. In the stands, Rachel Irving, the scientist, getting a little starry-eyed over Donovan Bailey. There's Stephen Francis, coach to some current Olympians, and a fidgety Donna Johnson, Devon's mom, wearing the worry as moms do. It's a point system. The more races schools win, the closer they get to earning the whole title. The pressure is dizzying.
Wow.
False starts. And kids dropping, constantly dropping.
Devon Baker, last year's Class 2, Class 3, 400 champion.
the 400-meter semifinals, Devon's race.
It's Baker and Lothers, match sprint in the 400 semifinals. Baker, the tall boy from JC. It's Baker and Lothers, and those who safe through to the final.
Looked so easy.
Devon, you were amazing. Did it feel good? Well,
actually, that was a dumb question. He won't say it, but he's in pain. He stayed put for nearly half an hour, unable to move, but unwilling to call over the medics. In a momentary pause from racing, the stars come out. Among them, Johan Blake, the world's youngest 100-meter world champion, the man they call the Beast. Now he's the kid of the fast cars, swimming pools, and hefty contracts. He is who they want to be. And he competed at Champs for years. He knows it hurts.
You can understand those kids who break down and have a good little cry after.
Yeah, definitely, because I've been through that moment. It's just part of an experience of what to come even now, because it's much harder.
These are the moments, he says, where Jamaica makes magic and champions.
We're hungry. We want it. We need it. We have to have it. That's what we say to ourselves. But I'm saying this to say that we want something out of life, and if this is the way out, we have to do it.
It's Tyler Mason of JC screaming far from the field. It's Tyler Mason of JC.
Tyler, an easy winner in his hurdles heat. If he's hurting, he's not showing it.
Devon Baker, the potential favorite.
But faster than is probably smart, Devon is back in the blocks.
Devon Baker speeding through 100, 200. Lothers coming forward. Williams comes past Devon Baker and takes the lead. Lothers advancing as well, and this is a surprise for JC.
He's tired. So second, a silver, a triumph at any other time, but this is Champs, where only gold will do. So now, poor old Jamaica College is slipping out of first place, overcome by the might of other stronger schools. Watching it all are scouts from American universities poised with offers. There is always one marquee event at Champs.
In lane 3, Jamaica College.
Here, it's the 4x100-meter relay. All relies on the smooth handover of the baton. Days of competition almost over. There's Tyler with the handover.
Jamaica College.
And Tyler passing to Devon, 100 meters left. And even though he's drained, watch him go. And they win, not enough to allow Jamaica College to keep its title, but enough to give two young friends gold medals and allow them to imagine that just maybe stardom is in their future.
What'd that feel like?
Well, it felt great. We went out there and we did what we got to do. We deserved it, and we got the record.
So you worked your butt off.
Very much.
Why for that?
How did that feel at the end there? Because you brought it back in.
So I was feeling great. That's the one and break the record.
I think it's great. And he'll do better next year.
Pressure from the stands, pressure from the coaches, running while tired, scared, and hurt. This is how Jamaica's champions are made. And if they can make it here, the Olympics, well, no big deal. Adrienne Arsenault, CBC News, Kingston, Jamaica.